Happy Monday, everybody. Is it cold enough for you? This is Time Out Overtime on the Time Out Overtime YouTube channel. I'm your host, Rick Arsenault. You know the drill. If you haven't done so yet, get down there in the corner, smash that like and subscribe button. Thank you very much. You'll never know how thankful I am to you for watching and listening. Again, yes, it's a Monday. This is Time Out Overtime. And next 15 minutes or so, we're going to try to go over what transpired over the weekend. You saw what I thought about the football games yesterday in the headlines. We'll get to that in just a second. Uh, as far as baseball goes, pitchers and catchers report to Lakeland 2 weeks from Wednesday. Rest of the squad comes in on the 15th. If you're participating in the World Baseball Classic, you report on February 12th. Of course, the Super Bowl at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara 2 weeks from yesterday, and I still don't know why it can't be played next week. Well, they're playing the Pro Bowl, flag football Pro Bowl game next week, I suppose. But if you haven't heard, Jared Goff has been named to replace Sam Darnold in that flag football game. So there is no major sporting event going on locally around here tonight. Nothing much. No Spartans, no Wolverines, no Pistons, no Red Wings. They get back in action tomorrow night. Michigan will host Nebraska before the big game on Friday night at the Breslin against Michigan State. The new AP rankings came out today, and Michigan is ranked 3. Michigan State is ranked 7. So when the two teams meet on Friday night, this will be the first time ever in their rivalry meetings that both teams have been ranked 7th or higher. I guess that makes the stakes even a little bit higher, doesn't it? Huh? I suppose it does. In the meantime, before Friday, Michigan has a very tough, undefeated Nebraska team at home tomorrow night. I'm going to say something that might offend Wolverine fans, but in my opinion, hey, I'm a Wolverine fan myself, but I'm just facing facts. I think both Nebraska and Michigan State are better than Michigan. I guess we'll find out for sure this week, but tough task for Michigan. Boy, they have to take on an undefeated Nebraska team tomorrow night and then play Michigan State on Friday. These next two games are going to tell us a lot. But Michigan kind of went back and forth with Ohio State on Saturday before pulling away in the last few minutes. But another thing about Michigan State, before we get to our sponsors here, Tom Izzo, Mr. Egotistical himself. Just a look in his eyes anytime he holds court and he's got reporters around him and he knows they're all listening on his every word. And then afterwards, once the cameras go off, they genuflect and kiss his ring. All we heard all last week from Izzo when they got back from the Northwest was what a tough, scrappy team Maryland was. And how he was losing sleep at night, worrying about this game. And what a tough game this was going to be, and what a great team Maryland was. Well, at one point in the game, they had at least a 50-point lead on a very bad Maryland team. What Lou Holtz was like this too. Why don't you just come out and say, this is a stinking, lousy team, and if we don't beat them by at least 40 or 50 points, I should resign? No, Tom, he's not going to do that. He's not going to do that. It doesn't matter who they're playing, you're going to hear how good the opposition is. No. But that's another thing. Was it really necessary for him to pour it on Saturday when they had like a 50 or 60-point lead or whatever it was? Well, why didn't you clear the bench? I don't think he did that. One of these days, Tom Izzo is going to get his comeuppance, okay? Anyway, Michigan ranked 3rd right now, and Michigan State is 7th, okay? Obviously, those rankings are going to change next week at this time. Just how much, we'll find out. Anyway, well, let's get the sponsors out of the way here. couple more things here. Finish Line Family Restaurant. Proud to welcome them into our family sponsors. They've been in our community now for more than 40 years, more than 4 decades. Faithful service, I can't imagine. On Carlton Road in Hillsdale, the Finish Line Family Restaurant, where we would be without them. I don't know where I would be without them. More than 40 years. Great family atmosphere. First of all, those expanded hours, Monday, Thursday, and Friday now from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. Great new menu items. I've tried them all. They're delicious. They're great. I'll tell you, that's a testimonial on my part. They're all good. Good stuff. The food is great there. Award-winning breakfast served all day. Fast, friendly service. Great family atmosphere. Finish Line Family Restaurant on Carlton Road in Hillsdale. The only legitimate sit-down restaurant we have in our area, and we are so thankful to have them here. I don't know where we'd be without them. Anyway, and I can guarantee you, when you fuel up from food at the finish line, you'll always finish first. I guarantee you that. I'll see you there. We're also brought to you in part by Barron Insurance in Jonesville on the corner of M99 at US 12. 517-849-1000. Barrett Insurance, protecting your dreams. That's barrettins.com. 517-849-1000 on US 12 and M99 in Jonesville. barrettins.com. Barrett Insurance, protecting your dreams. Okay. Football or the weekend. Where to begin? First of all, looking at mock drafts, the Senior Bowl. Senior Bowl is this week in Mobile. The big offensive tackle, Caden Proctor, out of Alabama. Apparently, Lions scouts have already been talking to him down there. The Lions have their eyes on him. They've got their eyes on the edge out of Texas Tech, David Bailey. Those two in particular. I still maintain they're 17th or whatever. You know what Brad Holmes is. If he really spit with somebody, he'll move up to get them. And he has to know. He's not naive enough to realize that this is his most important draft since in his tenure as a Lions general manager. He's got to hit a home run this time, or really his discretion at this point will come into question. He's got to have a good draft. He's got to. I think he's got to. I think he will. I think he'll sign a free agent center, veteran center. Free agency gets underway on March the 9th. So the Lions, saw reports over the weekend that it may have been a windfall for them, who the Packers signed as their new defensive coordinator. They lost theirs. He took a head coaching job or another job elsewhere. I don't have that. I don't have any notes today. Sorry, I've been shuffling stuff all day. I'm getting sick of that too, by the way. This has become the winter of our discontent, hasn't it? I got sidetracked there, but I'm sorry. And that's an editorial comment. It's not going to get any better. Below zero every night. This sucks, doesn't it? It really, really sucks. Well. Anyway, back to the Lions. With the Super Bowl now 2 weeks away and watching those two games yesterday, a couple of things. Patriots and the Broncos in Denver. That game started out in sunshine, relatively mild weather. Ended fourth quarter, was in a blizzard. You could barely see anything on your TV screen. Denver did nothing at all offensively in the second half. But thanks to Jarrett Stidham, they lost the game. They had a 7-0 lead. Stidham throws this, I don't know who he was throwing to. Initially was ruled an incomplete pass. They went in and looked at it again. Said it was a backwards pass, a lateral, ruled a fumble, recovered by the New England. Drake May, in a kind of a scramble, scores a touchdown. The game is tied. They come out in the second half. New England has the ball for almost the entire quarter. They end up kicking a field goal, which was the winning field goal. 2 minutes left in the quarter. New England scores a touchdown. They come out in the second half. New England has the ball for almost the entire quarter. They end up kicking a field goal, which was the winning field goal. 2 minutes left in the quarter. New England scores a touchdown. They come out in the second half. New England has the ball for almost the entire quarter. They end up kicking a field goal, which was the winning field goal, winning points. And of course, they won the game 10-7. But Sean Payton, when he had a 7-0 lead, the weather was still relatively good yet, certainly within field goal territory. Whereas inside the 10-yard line, 4th and 1, he went for it, didn't get it. He kicks a field goal there. He's got a 10-0 lead. I really think Denver should have won the game in spite of everything. But as you saw in the headlines, folks, I'm sorry. The New England Patriots played a 4th place schedule this year. They had one of the easiest schedules in NFL history. One of the easiest schedules in NFL history they had. I think they had 3 games all year against teams with winning records. They played the Bills twice, split those 2 games, okay, and they lost to the Steelers. Okay, they had one of the easiest schedules anyone has ever had in the history of the National Football League. I don't think they deserved to win yesterday, and I haven't seen the line. I think Seattle is slightly favored. And then for all the luck in the world that they get Jared Stem instead of Bo Nix. Yeah. I'm rooting for Seattle to win this game against Sam Darnold. Not the greatest quarterback in the world. I think Jared Goff is better than Sam Darnold is, but I don't think it'll be much of a game. And the 2 markets, well, who knows what the ratings are going to be, but I don't know why you need the 2 weeks hiatus in between games like this, but it's been this way a long time. So, yeah, I just thought that it's been a cakewalk, and there's no rebut to that. You go back and look at their schedule, look at everybody they played. Well, boy. Anyway, the Pistons play tomorrow night in Denver. They've got a tough road to hoe now. They're 30. What are they now? They're 33-11. So in order to, what do they got? Like 38 games left, so they'd have to go 27 and 11 in order to win 60 games. I guess they could do that. It's doable. If they've gone 33-11 so far, I'd like to see what they're going to do with the trade deadline that comes up here in a couple of weeks. If they do anything at all, and I think they will. 3 tough games this week in Denver, starting in Denver tomorrow night, then in Phoenix and San Francisco against the Warriors. You know, the NBA West is much better than the NBA East. It's the same way in the National Hockey League. Wings have their first place again, at least for the moment, with 59 points, I believe. 59. I'd have to go back. Again, I have no notes in front of me right now. So they are playing well. John Gibson has become an elite goaltender. That's turning out to be a very significant move Steve Yzerman made in the offseason, acquiring him like he did. If they're going to do anything at the trade deadline, I'd look for another veteran backup goalie. Cam Talbot simply hasn't done the job for them. They'll make the playoffs. Are they capable of winning at least one series? I don't know at this point. I don't know what to tell you. Because, like I said, they've got 3 games coming up this week at Little Caesars. And then 2 more next week in Denver and Salt Lake City. And that's it. And then we got the Olympics, and the Wings won't be back at home until March the 4th. I think the trade deadline is the 7th. Wait and see what they do. I'm still pumping the brakes on the Wings yet. They had a marvelous season up to this point. They're playing well. But by the way, Todd McClellan did announce this morning that Simon Edmondson was going to miss these remaining 5 games prior to the Olympic break. He didn't specifically say what the injury was, but he said he will not be available. You won't see him then again until after the Olympics. Okay. I guess for him, maybe the Olympic break came at a good time. All right. Now we got you caught up on everything going on here. Oh, one quick word, Quality PC. As you know, we wouldn't be doing this without their help and their guidance, their assistance. 37 Walter Street, downtown Hillsdale, 517-610-5372. The only place around here to go for all your tech services. Anything at all. This is the place to go. Okay? Computers never used, flat screen TV, mounting, programming, setup. Maybe you're changing, maybe you're changing internet providers. You need that installed, whatever the case may be. Get in there and see them. More than capable of resolving any technical issues you may have. 37 Walter Street, downtown Hillsdale, 517-610-5372. Or better yet, get in there and see them at 37 Walter Street. Tell them me and Mickey sent you. Will you please? Thank you very much. That's going to do it. I'll talk to you all again then on Wednesday. Don't forget every Saturday morning here locally, WCSR 92.1 FM. Time out with Andy and Jed. So until Wednesday, I'll simply say thanks so much for watching, listening. Stay warm. Remember, please treat each other with respect. Have yourselves a good evening, everybody. So till Wednesday, so long.